Hola, hola, my name is Jackie, and guys, it's October, no, November. It's November already, and it's like 90 degrees outside today in LA. What the hell? Seeking Asian Female. I saw this film on Wednesday with my Africana Studies class. Our professor showed it to us, and I was really intrigued by it. So intrigued, in fact, that I decided to film a video for you guys today on it and recommend it to you guys so you can watch it yourselves. But more than that, I'm going to be discussing this film as well and the themes behind it. So let's get started, shall we? Seeking Asian Female is about this older white Caucasian male. He lives in, I forgot, San Francisco or California, somewhere in California, and he is looking for a partner, but not just any partner. He's looking for an Asian female. He's always been obsessed with Asian females, and so he meets this girl online. This is, by the way, a true story, so it's a documentary, it's a true story. So he meets this woman online from China, and he decides to bring her over. Her name is, he decides to bring this woman over. Her name's Cindy, and from China. She doesn't speak any English. They decide to meet and see how things go. He wants to marry her. He brings her over to the United States with a visa, and they have 3 months to figure things out because that's when her visa expires. So throughout the process of the film, they get to know each other, and there's ups and downs, and I highly recommend this movie if you're looking for something entertaining and just, it's quite for the curious mind, if you know what I mean. I wanted to talk about so one of the things that they discuss in the film is the term yellow fever, which is the interest that white males, or I don't know if it applies to any other race, but the interest of males in Asian females, right? The yellow fever. I had never heard of this, even though I have seen like people of mixed races, because it's the 21st century, it doesn't matter anymore. But it was really interesting to hear about this concept of the yellow fever to me. It's explained further in the movie, so yeah, but I had never heard of it, and I thought it was really weird because the guy Steven in the film, he's like obsessed with Asian females, and he has like pictures of them all over his house, and it was so creepy in the beginning. But we see that as he gets to know Cindy, the woman that he brings over from China, it's like you kind of come to terms with it, which is really strange. But yeah, you learn to accept it as he is, I guess, and it's really interesting. Now in this film, we also see that the uncovering basically of stereotypes. Stereotypes are present in every single race throughout the world, I can tell you that. But you know how there's a stereotype that, it's a stereotype again, okay? That Asian females are so devoted to their man, they're like clean, cook for them, etc., etc. All these bunch of stereotypes that come with the Asian woman. So these are kind of uncovered. They're unmasked in the movie, and I really like that about it because we get to see that the uncovering of these lies basically that come with race and perspective that people have. Another thing is that I don't know if I didn't mention this before, but Steven and Cindy, God, why do I want to say Lucy? Steven and Cindy don't understand each other. Cindy doesn't speak any English. The only language she speaks is Mandarin or Chinese Mandarin. I'm so sorry. But yeah, she doesn't speak any English, and Steven doesn't speak anything else than English. So it's quite the sight to see how they try to communicate with each other. They use Google Translate, and then there's the director. Yeah, the director Lum. She's the one making the film, right? And she's recording them, and she kind of becomes part of the relationship at some points to an uncomfortable extent. But we do see how she kind of gets to be like their marriage counselor and their like confidant and all these, a friend. She's just so involved in the relationship that it becomes kind of weird at some points, I have to admit. But sometimes it's also nice to have someone else to kind of rely on a little bit, even if they might have to separate from them in the end. The filmmaker, the woman that's recording them, she's also like the translator between them, and so she gets involved with their conversations, right? And it was just really interesting to see how she played a role in their lives, in their marriage, their relationship. And even though I expected them to not get along at all, I'm talking about Cindy and Steven, I didn't expect for them to get along. I didn't expect for it to be real. Like, you just met someone over the internet and you're marrying them already. Like, that doesn't sound right, you know what I mean? So when we see them actually getting along and going through the real troubles of a relationship, because it's not a perfect relationship, the one they have, they go through ups and downs like any other relationship. And that is one of the things I liked about this film, is that it showed that love is a universal language, and that just because two people of different races that have cultural clashes, it doesn't mean that they're going to be perfect, or it doesn't mean that they're not going to get along at all. It's like any other couple that has problems, and they have their happy moments as well. So I really got to see that in this film. So the film is basically told in a very what do you call it, sometimes comedic. Hi guys, so you're probably wondering why I'm in a different shirt or hair, but the thing is my battery cut off, and now I have to film the last little part that I was saying in the previous clip. So sorry about that, but yeah, things happen. So like I was saying in the other part of the clip, the film is told in a comedic kind of way, and there's also the really tense moments that the couple lives throughout the film, but we can see that it is the real part of a relationship, like many romance movies out there. But I like the comedic relief that the movie offers, and for that reason I really enjoyed watching it. I think it is a pleasure to watch the film, and I highly recommend it to you guys if you're looking for something different to watch, you know what I mean? So I think that is it for me today. But yeah, keep in mind the idea of just stereotypes that exist within different cultures and how they affect our perspectives of the world. Love is a universal language, and with that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Hasta luego, amigos. Bye.